G'day, Jay Kearns here. It's a new year, a lot of people are setting goals, or at least talking about it. I wanted to offer some encouragement to you if you're thinking about setting some goals for the new year. And I would like to start off by saying, do it. Just go and do it. It actually really is a powerful thing. And the sad truth is that most people don't set goals. Most people talk about setting goals, even say they've got goals or say they have set goals, but in reality, if I was to ask them, show me your goals, show me the bit of paper or your notebook, it doesn't exist. And this is something that, me and my wife, we do every year. I go away for a day at the start of the year, a whole day, I wander off. Sometimes I'll go for a bushwalk or an abseil. Sometimes I'll sit in the ocean for a couple of hours and then go for a walk. But I've got my notepad with me and I set goals and I get pretty specific. I'll do the whole SMART goal thing and make it specific and measurable and attainable and time measurable, all those things. They're great. And a lot of the times, all those complications stop people from setting goals. They think they have to do it a certain way or whatever. I want to say, just set them, just write them anyway. The simple act of pen to paper, it actually does something, and it will actually orchestrate the universe to bring something to you, even if you're a bit lazy and you don't do anything with it. Obviously, you're going to get much better results by taking action and doing all those right things. But just the act of setting aside a day and being intentional and going and writing out a list. And to make it easier, you can categorize, so you can go financial goals, career goals, health goals, relationship goals, community goals. And the way I like to approach it is to think big picture. So I always like to approach with the end in mind, and that helps you set goals with a life mission or real visionary type things in place. So if you can picture yourself in 5 or 10 years time, you're dead. Okay, and what are people going to say at your funeral? What's the eulogy going to be at your funeral? And it's an exercise I've done recently, is where I've actually written out the eulogy of what's going to be spoken at my funeral. And that's helped me identify some real core values in my life. It's helped me identify the order of those values. And I got quite emotional when I read this back, and it really made me think on a deeper level that if I did get that news that I'm dead, what am I doing? What am I going to do with the next year or the next 5 years? So approaching your goals list with that end in mind of what you really want in your life. What do you really want to be? What do you really want to do? What do you really want to have? And having the right values in place to support that and having them in order. So for me, a value of career is actually below, my business that I've got going. It's great and I value it very, very highly. But my family and my kids and my wife, I value more. So when work tries to steal me from something, my daughter's dance recital or whatever, I can quickly work out where I'm going to be. I can quickly work out with my goals what comes first and what the basic direction of my life's going to be based on my value system. So yeah, back to goals with the end in mind. And I've really got to encourage you just to do it. Even if you do a crap job, you're gonna see some results. And 4 days ago, me and my wife, we arranged for someone to look after the kids, and we went away and did our goals together. And then I'll also go and do them some personal goals alone. But some of the goals we did together, we really had those deep conversations about, some goals that we didn't maybe achieve last year, and we looked at why. And I could see that there was a wall, there was fear. Sometimes there's fear that will actually stop you and you don't know why. It's a deeper thing that from whatever reason is connected to something else, and it can set up this invisible wall. And so yeah, I'm going to do another video later that really goes into more detail around the psychology of goal setting and the science of and the proof that it actually really does work. But I just want to encourage you, doesn't matter how crap your goals are, how sloppy you do it, what the paper looks like, set some time aside and do it. Just the act of doing it, and stop procrastinating. will really set you up for a win this year. Thanks for watching.